Kiara, good evening. I'm Mary Joseph. I'm a licensed immigration advisor, and I'm coming live on Facebook, HAV Global page, and on YouTube from Hamilton. Our company, HAV Services, trading as HAV Global, is a New Zealand owned and operated business. We're based in the city center of Hamilton. Hamilton is about for a lot of you who don't know it, it is in the region. It's called Waikato region, and we are about an hour and a half away from Auckland. So possibly we are the closest city to one of the biggest cities in New Zealand. Also, Auckland is a business capital, and we're based in Hamilton. So, yes, I'm a licensed immigration advisor. This is my license card. Before we go ahead, as a licensed advisor, I am required to provide evidence and proof that I'm a licensed advisor, and my uh, ID is this. You can go up on the immigration advisors website and cross check. So, right. So, I'm just actually looking at. Okay, so looks like there is a bit of a problem. I'll have to restart this live session. Just give me a second. Technology always can confuse you. Okay, because I was supposed to go live from HAV Global page, but surprisingly, I think it's taken me back to my personal live page. Okay, I'm just gonna. Sorry about that. I'm just going to quickly do this. Just give me a second. All those who are joining in from YouTube, you'll have to give me a minute. Also, I would request all those coming and watching this session on YouTube, I'd request you to please watch this from Facebook. It will be easier for us to connect with you. It will be easier for us to, what do you say? Yeah, I have come on the okay, so that's good, but I somehow seem to be having trouble with sorry, please come to Facebook if you could. That'll be the best thing to do. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly start the session from Facebook as well. There seems to be some kind of a problem with the screen. It keeps blinking and I wonder why. Okay, so okay, I think I'm live here. Kiara, this is Mary Joseph again. I'm having to start the session again because initially I think I went live from the personal ID. I'm not sure what's happening, and this is a new what do you say interface, and it's confusing me every time I go live. But yeah. I'm a licensed immigration advisor from HIV Services based in Hamilton, and we are an education migration services company. This is my license card. You can go up on the immigration website, Immigration Advisors Authority website, and verify my license details. So, so some, what do you say, ground rules before I get in. I know that a lot of you are quite keen to come in and ask questions. These live sessions are mainly for HIV students working with us who would like to speak directly to a licensed immigration advisor and clarify doubts about, okay, I'm coming on this particular course. Do I have a good career? What are my chances of getting a resident visa? And what are the points or whatever? So it's an opportunity for a no obligation conversation with a licensed immigration advisor, and we come live every week. We do at least 4 live sessions a week, so it's ample opportunity for all HAV students working with us to come online and ask a question. For those who are non-HAV, this is an opportunity for you to connect with us. So, however, before I answer your questions, I would really like if you can share your number, your contact information. Also, mention if from where you are. It'll give us some good background information when you are posting your questions. Give us your details of your qualification. Give us details of what you're looking at and what pathways you're looking at. It'll be easier for me to answer. Not just that, it'll be easy for us to connect with you post this live session. So as I said, rule number 1 If you do want me to answer a question, all those who are a non-HIV client, please do share your contact information, and then I will be able to answer. Right. Okay. So I am just gonna quickly. Right. So yeah, I think we kind of live in both places. I'm just gonna check with my team and see if they think that I am. Sorry. Team, can you please tell me if I'm live? Um. Okay. Right. Let me just see if my team can confirm that. Okay. We'll anyways just go ahead and get started because there are a few questions. So each week, what we're doing is we are talking about one particular institution. We're talking about a particular school here in New Zealand. Is while we wait for the questions to come in. So today, I'm going to talk about SIT, which is Southern Institute of Technology. So it is a regional government polytechnic based out of Invercargill, which is down south. It's a small little quaint little town which has enough of population for it to be quite a popular city. It's not like one of those really really small towns where you really can't get jobs and things like that. In fact, every city in New Zealand is livable after. I mean, this is the feedback that I get from someone who's traveled across the country. That Arun, who's traveled a couple of times across, and he says every single city in New Zealand is livable, as there are plenty of opportunities. There's small businesses in every city, hence there are workers needed across New Zealand. And but Invercargill is a fairly bigger town, and there is this government polytechnic that basically aims to provide employable workforce into the Invercargill region. So Invercargill comes under South Island, Southland. So there is a region, so like it's a region where they're attracting a lot of international students because they would like to develop that region. So Invercargill advantages will be it's a smaller town. It's a hence the living cost will be way lesser than what you would spend up north, actually, because I know for a fact that a lot of people have told me that rents are quite low, almost about 50, 60, 70, about $100 for about a two-bedroom home is much lesser than what it is. $100 lesser than what you would find in areas like Auckland, Hamilton, or Wellington, or Christchurch even. So it's that living cost, and you don't spend a lot on transport and things like that because it's a small town and it's easy to get around. Parking and everything would be not a problem. It is good to network in smaller cities like this because you tend to meet more people when you're in smaller towns. When compared to actually, it is more difficult to network in bigger towns because everybody's so busy, but in smaller towns there are good communities where people get to network quite a bit. um, Besides that, it's not very cold. I think a lot of people do have this thing that if it's down south it'll cold and it'll be always very very cold. Yes, it does go into freezing temperatures there. However, New Zealand as a country is well equipped with the cold. We do have good insulation of the homes, and we've got heaters and things like that. Even on rental homes, the landlords are supposed to provide heaters. It's mandatory for us. So the homes are well insulated. In fact, there was the rental act also had clearly recently has announced that the homes of a certain age have to be insulated properly, and there needs to be evidence showed that the insulation has been done, so that people, the government is also care takes care of the well-being of people, and yeah, they're very strict under these rental acts and stuff like that. So yeah, so even if it's cold, not to worry. It won't. It's not as cold as say Denmark or say Canada for that matter. It won't be that cold in winters. So yeah, it is pretty decent temperatures, and it's an amazing life over there that you can experience. It's a smaller town. It's quite nice, and I get a lot of good feedback from people who live there. Yeah. Now the main campuses that SIT does have, of course, in Invercargill. Besides that, they do have two other campuses. One is two important other campuses is Queenstown. They have one in Christchurch, and they do also have one in Auckland. Now, however, not all campuses have all programs there, but the main campus at what do you say in the Cargill have all the programs across the board, right from business. So I'm just going to read out quickly, tell you the main areas of courses that are available. So you do have agriculture, environment, and life sciences. You've got a business, commerce, and management program. You've got creative programs. You've got education and language programs. And you've got a smaller certificate programs in beauty therapy. They've got amazing applied health science program in wellness and rehabilitation. They've got an arts, science, and healthcare program. They're very good with hospitality management programs also, because it's down south and there's quite a bit of the hospitality industry is quite stronger in down south, down south of New Zealand. And information technology is another good program that they have. Besides that, they do also have a very, very popular construction management program at a construction at a graduate diploma level. Also, they do have a very good engineering technology program. Besides that, their bachelor's in construction is also very, very popular. Now, for when it comes to master's programs, they do have masters only in IT and business. Sorry, guys, I just got something in my eye. So the IT and business program only are available at master's level. However, um, the other programs are usually either postgraduate diploma or a graduate diploma levels only. So we don't have too many programs at very, very high level available, apart from the masters in IT and masters in applied management. So that's how it is. So okay, so what else do we talk about? Yeah, so the definitely the programs that I recommend at SIT will be the masters, either in IT or applied management, and also graduate diploma in construction, because not a lot of institutions in New Zealand do offer a graduate diploma in construction. They are, I think, about four institutions in total. So that is, I know that Unitech, ARA, Canterbury, and MIT, Manukau Institute of Technology, have a construction program, and besides that it's SIT. So they always are short of seats, they're always full. So it is important that if you're interested to do anything in construction, and construction is in the long term skill shortage list, hence we would strongly recommend, even if you say, okay, I've got a bachelor's or I've got a master's and I've got many years of experience, why should I do a graduate diploma? Trust me, a graduate diploma is good enough for you to be able to get out there and find yourself a job. If you have experience, you'll obviously be able to get into senior positions. But then if you are a fresher as well, SIT is a very, very good option, and especially graduate diploma. So would be my recommendation. Right. So I think I spoke quite a bit about SIT, and I'll be happy to answer any other questions. Now, as I just said at the start of the session, we would like you to mention if you are an HAB client, if you are, please state your advisor's details if you do have that handy. Else, it'll be it is required that you share your mobile number so that I can answer your question. Okay, right. I'm just gonna quickly adjust the height of my my camera. I'm feeling I'm looking up too high. Okay, right. I think this is perfect. Okie dokie. So let me quickly check where are we at in terms of questions. There are a few people who have come in. Okay, so I'm just going to read out the questions. Okay. So Manasa Chandu says, "Are you guys open?" Okay, so Manasa, yes, we our office is not open, but we are working. So business as usual. So if you're asking if we are open, yes, we are open, but our physical office is not yet open because in level 3 of the lockdown, we are required not to have retail. Conversations, face to face retail business. That means if you're going to come to my office and sit and talk to me, I'm not allowed to do that. We're not allowed to have customers into the offices as long as we are able to do takeaways. So yeah, we are happy that takeaways have started in New Zealand. In fact, last evening, we did a drive through to see how things are, and probably New Zealand's the first country that have are getting back to some sort of normalcy with our COVID-19 situation. In fact, today also we had just 2 positive cases. So every day the case number is declining, which is an amazing sign that we have almost, we are in the elimination phase. We are not eradicating it completely. Won't be able to do that so quickly, but we are in elimination where we are trying to avoid the second wave of the disease spread. Right now, it's well contained, and we're having very, very less active numbers. We're only in about 300 or so, where the total case figures went up to 1400. So, yeah, so we can't do takeaway of our business. It's all going to be online. So that's the reason we have. I can say that we'll be on the phone and email in case you need to contact us. You can call us on 0800 696977. That's the best way to contact us, Manasa. Right? Thank you. Okay, next comment we've got Muhammad Mustafa Buhi Buyan, who says, "I want to apply to New Zealand visit visa. Please help me." Mohammed, you'll need to give me a little more information about your contact information, first of all. Second, you need to tell me what is your purpose of visit, and then I'll be able to answer that for you. Thank you. AJV, sorry, this was posted from the YouTube. So this is from Aditya Dhawan, who's one of our AJV students. He says, "I'm AJV client, got offer from University of Waikato University for digital business. Since Waikato is not going to for November intake, I have to sorry, I have to go for courses which are about to start in November as I am from engineering background." Okay. Aditya, first of all, if you are from engineering background, why looking at digital business? I'm just gonna ask my team on this because I'm not very yeah. So your advisor Sajita suggested that you're looking at a similar course and okay. First of all, Aditya, I really don't have the full information of why you are looking at a business program because if you're an engineering graduate, you better stick to engineering. I mean, I really don't know what discussion you've had with your advisor, but I would request your advisor, Sajita. I know she's one of our good advisors. Sajita, I need you to discuss with me and you will need to convince me why Aditya is actually going for a engineering program, for a non-engineering program, for a business program. Because if he is an engineer, he should and must continue in an area that is in the absolute skill shortage. It doesn't make sense to me why he's doing a business program. So. Let's have a chat about this, Sajita. I'm happy to discuss and see what best we can do for Aditya. Thank you. Okay. Aditya, if you can give me a little more information, it'll be good for me to address that for you before I finish the session. Thank you. Okay, next comment we've got Smriti Chatterjee says, with all due respect, Invercargill has no comparison with big cities of New Zealand. Quite small town, almost end of South New Zealand. Well, Smriti, I did not say New Zealand's a big, Invercargill is a big city. I have been saying it is a small town. However, please also do understand that I am in a market where I've seen a wider group of people and I have seen a lot of my own students and clients who are in Invercargill, and many of them have not moved from there. So it doesn't matter, even if it's a small town. You can have an amazing life. I don't see any reason why you should not. I know for a fact a lot of people from the industry are also settled over there in Invercargill. So Invercargill is all, as a region, they are doing a lot of activities to improve employment rate and stuff like that. So, well, yes, it is a small town, but it does have opportunities for people, or it is good for people who would like to even at least study and always relocate from there. So yes, it is a good landing pad, at least for a student who would like to spend less during their study. So yes, I say it's not, definitely nowhere in comparison to bigger towns, but I'm talking about cost here. Yeah. Thank you. We've got Manuel, who's an AJV student. He says, "Hi, Mary. I'm Manu, an AJV client. My case is handled by Anne D'Souza and Mariam. That's great. I have received unconditional offers from NMIT and SIT for level 8. What college should I choose? There is a lot of difference in the fee structure and course content." Well, you have said it, what the differences are. So Manuel, you will need to see, our job is to give you the options, but as a student it is important that you decide, because see, both are business programs. So that's fixed. Saying, like for Aditya, I said, why are you moving from another area? But if both your courses are in business, I don't see a reason, I don't see why I should make a choice for you. Why? Is because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to study, and you are the one who's going to fetch a career out of it, right? So you will need to be sure that the papers that you're selecting are something that you're keen, because business is not in the skill shortage list anyways. So it really doesn't matter. However, you will need to do a bit of research yourself as to, don't take any fancy subjects. Take a program that has practical courses in areas where there are genuine opportunities. I know for people who are even freshers, they take courses like strategic management and organizational behavior at very senior levels. You don't need to pick up a course that has that kind of papers. Sit down, think about what you will get into the workforce, where you will get into the workforce, and what kind of skills you need. Focus on that. Yes, fee structure, I know that SIT fees is much lesser than NMIT, but if the papers NMIT is offering is better, please go there. Do not decide this just for $2 or $3,000. Do not take something that you are not interested in. So that's what my recommendation is. As your advisor, you will need to take a call as to what program is best for you, because you will be the one studying, right? So yeah, all the best. And yeah, honestly, we won't be able to advise that for you. It's completely your choice. Okay, thank you. Right, Dion D'Souza. Next question is, hello, good evening. May I ask, what's the job prospects for students who have completed masters in applied management, and what sectors, what are the cities they have a high rate of employment? Okay, Dion, I think you're working with one of our advisors, Nisha. So I'm just going to quickly check with her as to what your status of your application is. So um, you've applied for MS in applied management, and I don't know. Team, can you tell me what's his background? What exactly is his qualifications? Yeah. Okay. So okay, so Dion, first of all, prospects, businesses of applied management and business is a huge area of work. If you're going to ask me a vague question like this, it's going to be very difficult for me to answer. You will have to tell me, saying, Mary, I want to do this, or I want to be in this role. Are there opportunities? Then I can answer you. As I just mentioned, please don't take high level strategy, high level business planning, or business entrepreneurship kind of papers. Take something frontline, basic sales, basic marketing, basic accounting, frontline roles, entry level roles. You will need to work your way up. Yes, some roles within the area of business do need you to be a manager to qualify for a resident visa, or have a very, very high salary of about $80,000, even if you're at a executive level. But there are some areas in business that don't need you to be a manager. For example, if you're in advertising or marketing, you don't have to be a manager. Just a marketing coordinator or entry level role is good enough. There are some areas within retail as well. But if you are in the area of customer service, possibly you will need to be a manager at that point in time. So, and that means you will need to work your way up. You can't, expect to become a manager the minute you graduate. So, Dion, you will need to tell me what career you're looking at, and then I will make a bit more of a certain advice to you. I'm clear advice to you. Okay. Yes. So I'm just gonna wait for my team also to give me more feedback about your profile, Dion. Thank you. Okay. Next question. Okay, my team has come back and given me given me some feedback about Aditya. Okay. Um Aditya, so I hear, okay, so I've got an update from Anne. She tells me that you've got a BTech and pursued an MBA in telecommunications. You're an entrepreneur and a co-owner of Costcart, okay, e-commerce company and sellers of e-commerce portals such as Flipkart, okay, right, okay. So interesting. So you are obviously looking at a, okay, so Aditya, can you come back and tell me what are your plans? I mean, you know what? What I'm going to do? Let's not discuss on this platform because you are an AGV client, and I think we should do this, offline. I really would like to see because you seem to be like a very experienced and a senior, mature student. Why don't we have a chat? Okay, so I'll have one of our advisors, sorry, Anne, and your I think Mariam or Sajita, sorry, Sajita. So I'll have Anne and Sajita, kind of work out a time and we can get on the phone and discuss, okay? And please make a note of this. I'd like to have a chat with Aditya over the next few days. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so I've got also further feedback about Dion. Dion says, okay, vice president at JP Morgan. Just tested. Okay, they declined. Okay, right. Accepted the AT. Right. Okay. Dion, we did discuss about your profile a couple of days ago. In fact, we've been doing a lot of sharpening of the axe before getting out and cutting the trees down. So we've been preparing our army for the war. We've been doing a lot of training. We've been doing a lot of development individually on the teams and in developing processes and stuff like that. So recently, because of the training, we were discussing your scenario because I know of your profile. um, I think what you must do, Dion, is because you're quite senior with experience, you should just do an applied management program generic, with yes, you've got senior level experience. So really, I think once you come in here and start the program, I think then you'll be able to see what the market is like because things are going to change by the time you come in. So at that point in time, you can look at the industry, look at the sectors, and see, decide what sector you would eventually like to do your final dissertation in because you will have a final submission and assignment. So if you do, say, if you want to get into banking and finance and things like that, you can take a call at that point in time after you've come in. That's what I would recommend for a profile like yourself. I just got feedback from Nisha about you. I'll be happy to speak to you as well, Dion. You can take my contact details from the team because I understand that people with a lot of experience, when you come in, you can get a bit apprehensive about the careers here. But I'm a licensed advisor based here in Hamilton. I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions related to careers and stuff like that. So, yeah, do contact me and we'll have a chat further on this. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so the next question we've got from Vineet Relkar. Um, So Vineet says, not an HAV student, but pursuing MBA from Germany in the last semester now. Um, BCom diploma, 18 months MBA finance, spouses Java developer. We'd like to settle in New Zealand, but is it possible? Vineeth, we can certainly assess to see if you do qualify. Why don't you just send us an email to immigrationadvice@ajvglobal.com with your CV and of your wife? We can just quickly assess to see where you stand and give you proper advice on this. Yeah. So just send us an email and then we will take care of this. Thank you. Okay. Ezekiel D'Souza says, which institute is good for graduate diploma in professional accounting? Ezekiel, you have to give me your contact information for me to answer that for you. Thank you. Okay, Nirosh, one of our dear students, says, oh, new look, new hairstyle. Yeah, I'm getting bored staying home. Yeah, I just wanted to pep up my late night cheerful and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, so Nirosh has further comment. He says, if a student complain about a landlord's authorities and go to a legal action, will it influence negative when applying for the post-study work visa or applying partner visa? Nirosh, I hope the complaint's not on you. As long as the complaint's not on you and you're just the complainant, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I know this. I think a lot of other people also have this question saying, okay, if I am a whistleblower for, say, some kind of a problem in an organization, or I go and complain the employment work income, will it impact me? As long as you're on the right, you should be all right. Doesn't matter. As long as you've not been complained on, then that's as long as you're not the a person who's making the offense, you're fine. Okay. Drunken driving under influence is one of the biggest problems here in New Zealand for young people. We request you to not be foolish, because if you do get a conviction on based on DUI, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get any kind of visas in the future. So you guys will, sorry about that, guys. So you guys will need to be extremely careful about getting into trouble with the law. As long as you have not done anything wrong, you should be fine. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Next we've got Ola Yanka from Nigeria. He says, I like to study cabinet making and I'm 38 years old. Can I come and do my study in New Zealand? I'll just call you Ola. I think it'll be easier. So Ola, the main problem with your profile will be getting so cabinet making comes under carpentry, and that will be trade skills, and often trade skills are very short programs and the student visas are not possible for those kind of programs, unfortunately. Hence you won't be approved, and plus the visa chances from countries like Nigeria is very, very low, so you will need to really be you will need to go on for postgraduate programs and stuff like that for a better chance of getting a visa. So that's what is my recommendation. Yeah. Thank you. Pushpreet Singh says, is there a scope for masters in early childhood education? Pushpreet, can you please share your details so that I can answer that question for you? Thank you. Okay, hold on. I think you're in touch with Mariam. Just let me check. Give me a second. Yeah, I think, Pushpreet, Mariam just suggested that you're in touch with her since 2018 and you've stopped responding to her since 2018. Could you please get in touch with her? And I'm sure we can answer your question further up on that. Yeah, thank you. Bejoy Job says, I'm AJV client. My case is handled by Catherine. Want to check on master's program that suits my experience. Have got 15 years of experience, 12 years in aviation based out of Dubai. Also do level 7 graduate diploma above in business and supply. Get a stay of 3 years. Okay. Right. So Bejoy, I think if I definitely do not recommend you to do a business and supply chain program with your kind of experience. I think you should simply just do a generic business program and that will give you a wider scope of opportunities within New Zealand, because you will need to have enough in terms of backup. You need to be suitably qualified for any job that you get. So when you're applying for a visa, immigration will say, "Oh, are you suitably qualified for this role?" That means you have would have should have studied the program, in your the studied that particular area in your course, either in New Zealand or in your home country. There are a lot of complications doing a graduate diploma in supply chain, purely because of the roles. You will need to be a procurement manager to qualify for a resident visa, and to be a procurement manager you are expected to have about 10 years experience. So your waiting will be very, very long before you get to where you are and get your resident visa. Hence, I do not recommend you to do a supply chain program. I would recommend you to do a postgraduate diploma in applied management, which will be a generic program opening wider opportunities for you, which again will give you a 3 years post study work visa. However, a graduate diploma may entitle you only for a 2 or a 1 years, depending on where you're studying. So, my recommendation is not for you to look at. And if, because you're based in Dubai at the moment, obviously my team is handling, that's Catherine and the rest of them. So, Catherine, can you please discuss the choice situation with me so that we can check and see what are the best options? Yeah, thank you. Praveen Kumar says, "Hi, I'm currently in New Zealand doing PhD. I'll be finishing 2 years of my study in May. Are there any chances that I could apply for PR at this stage?" Praveen, I recommend you to contact us. Send us an email at immigrationadvisor@hjbglobal.com. We will assess to see where you stand at the moment. Thank you. What about medical field? Johnny, please give us a little more information, mainly your contact information, please. Thank you. Okay. Aditya. Okay, Aditya, I do have your information from the team. Um, okay, Aditya, I don't think you will have a problem in finding an entry into an MTech program as long as you've got good scores in your bachelor's degree. So I think you will need to let Sajata review and see whether you do qualify, and she will advise. If you don't qualify for a master's, that's fine. You can at least do a PG diploma in engineering. So have a word um, with Sajata, and I'm happy to talk. Discuss your situation with her, and we'll see how best we can offer you other programs. Yeah. Thank you. Um, See, Chris says, "It's been a while we communicated. I formally contacted you about my wife furthering education, but due to that, she did not have English test. Then we kind of backed out. But she has that now, but we're interested in relocating as a family, maybe through work visa or migrant visa. And we'd like to know the requirement and total cost for that. I hope to hear from you soon. We are a family of five, 3 kids and parents from Nigeria. Now I've studied office technology and management." Chris, can you please send us an email, immigrationadvisor@AJV Global, with your CV and of your wife, and we will get back to you on that. Thank you. Okay, Nadeem says, "Nice, you're welcome." Johnny says, "Any job to those graduated from medical?" Sorry, you won't be able to apply for jobs directly in New Zealand while you are overseas. Thank you. Okay, we've got Ahmed Mahfouz who says, "I'm an AJV student. If anybody passed level 7 in health sector, get job as a community supporter or healthcare assistant, what will be the PR requirement in the future?" Okay, Ahmed, there are very good job opportunities for people who are working as personal caregivers or healthcare assistants here in New Zealand, because that particular occupation has been made into an exception and it's considered at a skill level 3. So if you do find a job, you also get pay equity. That means you meet the minimum requirement, salary threshold requirements. In fact, this year, I think the pay equity is about 25.50 per hour. Next year, it's expected to actually increase to 27 something. So they pay really well as a healthcare assistant. It's a very fulfilling role for those who are who genuinely care about people and genuinely care about the elderly. So it's a good area of work. if you are genuinely interested, please do look at it, but don't take it up only as a shortcut. I know of a lot of people who have been doing various other things and say, I need a shortcut, so I'll do this course. But you won't be able to see it through, especially because it's very challenging as a role, because there won't be personal borders over there. It's, you need to get very close with elderly people and take care of them on a, on a daily basis, and it's a very physically and mentally reserving kind of program, job. So you will need to be absolutely sure that you're going to be comfortable doing it. So I would recommend you to look at the scope of the job and then decide. Don't take it as a shortcut, but if you're genuinely interested to help people, I know that a lot of nurses are getting into these areas. It's because they genuinely care and they know what these healthcare entitles. But it's not just administering medicines or something stuff like that. It's to take care. It's a caregiver, so that's what it is. So please have a look at the scope of the job and then decide. Okay, thank you. Next comment we've got Sohana Taslim, one of our clients. Sohana says, Hi Mary, you're looking beautiful. Hope to meet you after the lockdown. Thank you so much, Sohana. And yes, I hope you guys are doing well. It's been a while that we had a chat after we got your visas. But yes, we seriously hope to catch up. I was just telling my team this afternoon is that we miss getting out there and meeting everyone, because we were supposed to do this big, meet for all the students who had arrived earlier this year. Unfortunately, because of the COVID situation, we are having to postpone all that plans. And let's hope sometime soon we're able to meet. Thank you. Vishnu Vish says, is MIM Masters in Information Management recognized degree in New Zealand? Interesting. So, Vishnu, first of all, I need you to share your contact information so that I can answer that for you. Thank you. James Madal Mai Muttu. Okay, he says, Hi ma'am, my son is already in New Zealand doing master's 1 year study visa. Can he convert it to post-study work visa without exiting New Zealand, as his travel back is not advisable due to the current situation? Okay, James, I would recommend your son to contact me directly on this. I would like to understand what his situation is. Ask him to please call me on 0800 696977. It's a toll-free number here. It actually rings either on my phone or one of my team members, so we'll be able to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you. Nisar Nepal says, good job. Thank you very much. Vishnu, you have added an extra comment, but I need you to please share your contact information so that I can answer that for you. Thank you. Mohammed Mutashin, it's a YouTube feedback. He says, Hi ma'am, I'm a very big fan of AJV as well as Arun Jacob. You team are doing a great job. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all your beautiful feedback. Thank you. Shavez Masi says, Masi says, what is your WhatsApp number? Okay, I'm not active on WhatsApp, but Shavez, can I get further information as to where you are contacting us from, so that I can give you the contact information of the closest office that can contact you. Thank you. Nidhi Ashar says, I'm Mary, a HAV client, currently in touch with Neha. I've done MCOM Part 1 in accounting. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to adjust myself a bit. Okay, so says, okay, so done MCOM Part 1 in accounting and MCOM Part 2 in management. Also currently working at MNC in fund accounting. I had applied for PG Diploma in business management at AUD, but it got rejected as I had similar subjects in PGDBM. Now I'm applied for PGDBM in marketing. I'm not interested in accounting. Neha has still now helped me a lot, and I appreciate that. I want to know if I'm going on the right track. Okay. Nadeep, you'll have to tell me, what is your career plan? Forget about the programs that you have been offered to study and stuff like that, or you have done. Tell me, what is your plan? Do you want to get into accounts? Do you want to get into marketing? Simple. It's between that, because it's all eventually about your skills. If you don't have the aptitude to get into accounts and be an accountant, don't do it, please. But if you're interested genuinely in business and in marketing, go for it. I say marketing have very good opportunities, and ensure you do take papers that are related to digital business marketing, because that is the next big thing happening in New Zealand. Yeah. So give me a little more information on what career you're looking at, so that I can assist. Thank you. Shuez, thank you for your number, Shuez. My team will connect with you. Thanks for your number, because you are located not in the Indian subcontinent region. I'll have my team connect with you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Right. Okay. Okay, right. So I'm just going to quickly flip and see if YouTube has any questions that I've not answered. Okay, so I think there is a question from. Mm, so Rajat Sachdev has not given his number. Parminder has not given his number. This is all on YouTube. Um, Mohammad Mutashim, okay. Devinder Singh has not given his number. Is it R. Devinder? Because we've got a Devinder. Okay, no, this is somebody else. Okay. Um, okay. Mm, Swapnil Rathod, please share your number so that we can answer that question for you, Swapnil. You seem to have an interesting question for direct PR in New Zealand. Isaac, thank you for giving your contact details. Said, hi, I've received an offer of place from University of Canterbury for data science. Brilliant program. What will be the job opportunities projected for data scientists in Christchurch amidst this situation? Okay, first of all, it's not just in New Zealand. Okay, so if you finish your program, please do remember that you have an opportunity to move anywhere across New Zealand. It's not required that you have to stay only in Christchurch. So you should look at opportunities across the country and not just in Christchurch region. However, there is a lot of shortage of people in the area of IT across New Zealand, because it's in the long-term skill shortage list. And I know for a fact that data science is the next big thing that New Zealand as a country is focusing on. So you're on the right track, Isaac. However, we urge you to work with us, because it's important that apart from choosing the right program, it is important that you also, work with the right people to guide you through after you reach here in after you reach New Zealand as well. So do have a word with my team, and we'll see how we can assist you with your visa application. Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's see if there are any other questions that we need to address. Okay, there's some more questions that have come up on Facebook. Let's have a look at that. Okay. Well, today seems to be a pretty long session, but it's the same time, but I don't know why it feels pretty long. Okay. Mamun ur Rashid from Bangladesh. Um, Mamun, thanks for sharing your information. For us to assist you further on this, we'd request you to send your CV to info, specifically to info@ajvglobal.com. If you guys see that I am stating two different email addresses for a couple of people, is purely because the way we operate is based on regions, and the India team handles only inquiries from certain regions, and the rest is handled by my team here in New Zealand. That is the reason I'm giving you all two different email addresses. Please bear with us. Um, However, even if you write to either of them, eventually we will ensure that the right team contacts you. But if I'm giving you a specific email address, try and send it to that so that you will get a response faster. Yeah. So, Maman, please email to info@ajvglobal.com your CV and of your wife if you're married, so that one of my team members will be able to assess and advise you on your eligibility. Thank you. Next question, we've got Sabir Hussain, who says, is it possible to bear expenses of masters in public health by doing part-time job there if I can't get scholarship, or do I have any chance of getting scholarship? I'm a doctor and have 3 years work experience in an NGO and have 3 publications in international journal. Okay, Sabir, so you will have to share some more information, mainly your contact information, so that I can answer that for you. Thank you. Um, Okay, we've got further information about Aditya. Aditya says, by this way, I score 78% in BTech and BC. My area of interest is telecommunication. If you've got 78%, I think you should pursue your master's enrollment offer. Yeah, just go ahead and pursue that and see how it is. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Right, any other questions? Any other comments? All those who are waiting for the last minute to ask your questions, please do now. We've got the last 8 minutes of the session. It'll be about time that we will wrap up. Team, is there anything else that you'd like me to focus on? It'll be great for me to answer. If I missed out something about SIT, please do let me know. I will touch upon that as well. But otherwise, I think we've kind of covered all the questions. Okay. Right. So, yeah, before I wrap up, a couple of things. Number one is we are having our first Zoom, live interaction. This is offered by Lincoln University. We have and this is for a program in the area of sports and recreation management, which Lincoln University is offering. So we are doing course and career opportunities. Also, there will be delegates from the Lincoln University who will be there, and the fielding coach of the Indian cricket team will also be present on this webinar. So, details will be posted on our Facebook and YouTube, actually, Facebook groups. Stay tuned and ensure you log in and attend the webinar. It's on the 30th of April, which is actually tomorrow, and it's tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So it's 10:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. It's please do attend this webinar. It's an online Zoom session. There's more information on our YouTube, on our Facebook page and group. Please do attend. It will be very, very interesting. For those who are not even from this area, you could as well attend to see what exactly also, if you would like to work with us, it's good for you to watch this session, and you can share it with your family and friends as well. Thank you very much, Subir. Thanks for your number as well. My team will connect with you. And O'Neill, yes, hi O'Neill, thanks for pinging in. Yes, you could join the webinar. Please feel free, inform all your family back home. Please share, like and share, and all these live videos that we're watching, please do share it on your page, so that people who are struggling to find genuine information about New Zealand will know where to go. So it'll be great if you guys do share, like and share all our videos. Right, and finally, I'm going to give you out our contact information. If you're located in India, this is because this is an India toll-free number, so it's 1-800-103-6525. If you are trying to contact us from Sri Lanka or from India, for Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Nepal, please do email at info@ajvglobal.com. Anybody else from any other regions, you can contact us at our New Zealand office, which is immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. The toll-free number to call from within New Zealand is 0800 696977. If you do have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Otherwise, thank you very much for all your questions, all your comments, your compliments. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. And if any of you have any further questions, you can always send us an email or pick up the phone and speak to us. Otherwise, it's been amazing that the way the country is now progressing. We are almost back to normal, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our other fellow Kiwis here in New Zealand. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you, and we are what do you say, back in business as usual. So thank you very much, and all the best for those who are trying to work through this situation. We pray and we hope that all the other countries are also able to come back to normal very, very soon. Thank you very much, and good night. Kakiteano. That means see you later. Bye bye.